What is going on, guys? Patrick here. Today I'm going to be going over what sold last week on eBay. I want to welcome all of my new subscribers. Thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. I still can't believe that I met Steve Raiken at the thrift store last Saturday. That was crazy. I'm going to put up the image right here. Holy cow, it was incredible. I don't know why I'm still starstruck about it, right? He's just a normal guy. He was super nice. I don't know. I'm just at a loss for words. It was really neat to meet him. I really have been struggling during lockdown, right, and don't get to be out and meet people, and so it was really great to just talk to him about reselling a little bit. Like, really enjoyed our conversation, and hope to do that again, and maybe with some of you guys, even if you guys want to put comments down below. Tell me what you guys are looking for. Ask me questions about why I did things. Like, that would be really cool. uh, just gave me a breath of fresh air, right? Like, I've been doing this experiment with YouTube, and it's been super fun. But right, sometimes it gets frustrating. We're like, I don't even know if I'm doing the right thing, and so hopefully I'll get some feedback. Hopefully I'll continue to learn and grow. I've certainly been having fun with it, so I'm not planning to quit anytime soon. So yeah, we've got that going for us. All right, so we're going to jump into what I sold last week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up a picture right here and just go through it. I've been working on some audio, so let's see if that works.
The sale of the
So
week.
there we go. That's right. We're going to lead off with the sale of the week. It was actually this Nintendo Wii bundle. I got this at Savers a few weeks ago for $20, and this wasn't even everything that was in the box. Like, it was filled with, it had controllers, it had the system, the game was inside the system, so like they didn't even know that that was in there. That's a good reseller tip, by the way. Like, if always check inside the systems for a game. If you can power it on and eject it, you might be able to like get a nice surprise, like I got with this one. Right, the game, if I wanted to sell it by itself, I could probably sell for about $20. So like, you never know what you're gonna find. Right, so I was into this for just under $20 because I've got other parts of this up for sale, so it didn't cost me the full $20, and I sold it for 90. Originally, I thought I was going to get 100. I let it up for about a week and then took an offer of $90, which I'm pretty happy with. Right, turning $17 into $90, reseller's dream right there. Right. All right. The next item here, also video game related. I think I only got like two different Xboxes this year. This is the original version of the Xbox. And so a couple weeks ago, I was like, I want to put up a bundle. And the first one I plugged in and immediately powered on, which that is a known error with these systems. The power switch tends to fail on them. And I kind of have a good understanding of how I could fix it if I wanted to, but that's not my business right now. I'm not looking to repair them. I'm looking to sell things that work. So I was like, well, I'll still put a disc in. I'll still hook up a controller and see if it works. Everything still worked just fine. It just was that power switch would fail. So it would just never turn off. The only way you could power it on is to plug it in. The only way to turn it off is to unplug it. I guess it was all right. I was only into it for $5, and I ended up selling it for $30 because it is in working condition. Some other reseller or repair guy bought it, and so he's going to fix it, and then he'll probably sell it for $80 or something like that. So everybody wins in this case, and I'm happy to get the $30 for it because, like I said, I didn't want to spend any more time working on it. All right, into this next item. If you've watched any more of my channel and any of my other videos, I love toys too. Like, video games and toys are like two of my favorite things. So I found this How to Train Your Dragon Toothless. It was in a bag with two other How to Train Your Dragon toys. I sold one of them already for $40, and so to get this one sold for $10, like, I'm doing pretty good. I think I ended up paying like $3.99 for the bag of them, so I was into this thing for $1. Always a good flip. $1 into 10, no moving parts, right? Very easy to list and ship. Very happy with this one. This next one looks like it wasn't that great. But I found this huge lot of these Homies figures back, I think it was late summer. And there ended up being like 30 or 40 or 50, somewhere in that range. And I think I paid $5 for it. And I didn't know anything about them. I'd never found them before. So I looked them all up, made sure to know like what was what. And it looked like this subline called Mijos was selling for a little bit more, like maybe $2 a figure. So that's what I did. I said, I've got 6 of them. I'm going to list them for $12 and see how I do. They were not worth $12. I ended up selling them, I think, for $9 or $8 with shipping. I'm not looking at the images, you guys. I just know that my take home fee, like after shipping, was $5. So it's probably going to be like $3 to $4 for shipping, is what I'm guessing. So that's why I'm saying that. And so I was into this for about $1. And right, not the best flip in the world, but we'll take it. It's sold, it's gone, it's out of the house. We like it, we'll move on. All right, this next one here, I actually found the final figure in this set a few weeks ago. Infinity is one of those fickle things where some of them are worth some money and some of them are just worth nothing. Bundles are kind of the way to go with Disney Infinity, right? That's where it's hot right now. So I knew, like, if you have some of the Toy Story lots, you can lot it up, or I knew some of the other ones. In Incredibles, I've been trying to put this set together for a while. I found, of course, tons of Mr. Incredible, right? He was the pack-in, I think, with the base set. And I found a bunch of Syndrome and I found a bunch of Dash, but I hadn't found any of Violet. So I was like, all right, if I can find Violet, I'll be doing pretty good. And I finally found her a couple weeks ago at a Savers with actually a bunch of others in a bag. So I was like, I was happy to get it. And it only took a couple weeks to sell after I listed. And I got my value price. I thought it was worth $25, and that's what it was. So really good flip there. I was into it for $3. So great profit, $3 into $25. Really like to do that. All right, next item up for sale, or for that sold, Nordic Ware. This is a Nordic Ware Easter egg pan. I had bought this at the Red, White, and Blue thrift store out in Waterbury. I had thought that it was going to be worth more like $20 or $30 because it was brand new. It had some shelfware and it had some shelf dirt on it, but I was like, I'm not afraid of a little dirt. I can definitely take the cover off of this and then probably slide it back in there nice and clean, looking brand new again. But when I ended up cleaning it up, I discovered there were scratches in it. So some of the non-stick coating had just been destroyed. So it just basically destroyed a bunch of the value on it. If you don't know much about Nordic Ware, these can sell from $7 to $50, depending on which one it is. Some of your more common bunt pans, right, they're going to be in the $7 range. Even some of your decorative bunt pans, probably in the $7 to $10 range. When you start getting into some of the Disney ones, those can start to bring a bunch of the big money, or even some of the different holiday ones, depending on if you're near holiday season or not. So this one I was into for, looks like, I've lost it on my list here. I apologize. Looks like $4, and I sold it for 10. So not the greatest. I thought I could probably get between 10 and 15 for it, even in this condition. It just wasn't selling, so I took an offer and got $10 for it. I'm happy. I'm going to continue buying Nordic Ware. This stuff is easy. You heard me say it earlier in this video. No moving parts. Love that stuff. It ships basically really a nice flatter package, usually like 2 inches thick, something like that. You can do really well with these. If you want to learn this category, you will find them, and they're not that uncommon. So pretty easy way to do some flips right there. All right, we're going to go back to some video games here. I had these two Wii's sitting on the shelf and I had tested them, I think last spring, and found them to not be working. And at that point in time, they really didn't have a ton of value. I thought maybe I could get $5 for them each. And I was like, maybe sometime I'll put them up in a bundle or something like that with a couple of broken Wii's. And I just never got back to them. And starting to get to that lean part of the winter for me where my shelves are getting a little more bare. I'm starting to hit up my death pile. Which is a good place to source, right? And so I went over to my shelf and I looked and I said, oh yeah, there's these two Wii's there. Let's see if they're selling. And recently there had been one that sold a very similar bundle with the two broken Wii's and sold for 20. And I was like, all right, that's not a bad deal. I'm happy to make $20 on it. And I think I may have priced it a little too low because they sold within 20 minutes. I'm happy they sold. Don't get me wrong. I'm into it for not a lot of money, actually. I had gotten these the summer before when Wii's were plentiful. So probably I was into them for like $5 each. $20, good. Out the door. Clears out some of my death pile. Let's just move on. All right. This next item here, we were helping my in-laws clean out grandma's house. And up in the attic, we found a bunch of these Dawn dolls and Dawn clothing, all brand new and sealed. We're not really sure why she had them up in the attic for so long, but she did. She got them all on clearance. And they were like, well, can you sell them for us? And I'm like, of course, I'm happy to help out. What I do when it's a consignment type deal like that is 40% goes to me, 40% goes to the consignee, and then 20% is going to go to fees and packaging and anything else I need to have expenses for. And I feel like that's a pretty fair deal, especially when I didn't have to do any of the sourcing on it. So like pretty good. So this one sold for $25. I, on the lower end of what I've been selling these for. The high end, like $40, $50 for some of them. Low end, $20, $25. So I originally thought I could sell for about $35. So at $25, the 40% is going to be $10 to me and $10 to my mother-in-law. Yeah, I owe her at least $200 right now. All right. Another category that I'm really very, very into is electronics, right? I like to sell VCRs. I like to sell DVD, VHS players, right? That's going to be a reseller's bread and butter right there. And then these little handy cams, they sell really well, y'all. If you haven't looked into this category and you're interested, do some research. They sell phenomenally well, usually within a week or two if you've priced it right. Um, Usually you can get them at a tag sale for tag sale. That's what they call them here in Connecticut. A garage sale is a tag sale. So at a garage sale, you can get them for anywhere from like $5 to $15, usually somewhere in that range. And I've sold them from like anywhere from $30 up to $150. So like some of those models can sell really well. If you're only into it for $5 to $15, like it's one of those things where you really can just buy it and take it home and figure it out later. Of course, your brands you want to look for, Sony, Panasonic, right? Those are some of your really good brands, Sony especially. This one I bought, it's not a tape model. It's actually a little mini DVD model. So those are not as good. It sat probably for 4 months in my inventory, like for sale, and finally sold. But it sold for actually, I took a best offer on it. I had listed it at 50, but I looked at my notes and I originally thought it was worth $40. So I actually got exactly what I thought it was worth. Just sat for a little longer than I would have liked. I was into this one for $7. So like 7 into $40, doing pretty good. All right, let's see. Another Infinity is next here. This is one of the rarer pieces where it's going to be an individual item that can sell for money. For whatever reason, my lower threshold on dollars that I'm willing to list individually is $7. I don't know why. I arbitrarily picked that number years ago and I've just stuck to it. It had been 15 for my first couple years, and then I was like, I needed stuff to list during the winter, and I was like, let's just cut that in half basically. And I didn't like 750, so I went down to $7. Uh, but originally I thought this was going to be worth about $10, and it sold for 9 plus shipping. So like I was into it for $1. I had gotten this in a big lot of other ones. I think I bought like 7 or 8 bags of these from Savers a few weeks back, and there was a couple that were pretty rare in there. So I was like, let's just buy them all and sort it out later. And I didn't actually know that this set was going to be one I sold individually. So I was really happy to find it and really happy to sell it. Did pretty well. All right, this one here is, I don't know, the reseller's dream maybe. We were going around to tag sales and it was in the afternoon, like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, which if you're a reseller and you go to garage sales, like you're not going to find a ton just on tables. It's more about the talking to the people running the sale, asking for those items you're looking for. And then if you can also get those curb alerts of, hey, we're shutting down the tag sale, the stuff's just free out by the curb. And so we were going through a neighborhood sale and a bunch of them had just shut down and put stuff out by the curb. And I didn't find a ton, but I did find this. So into it for $0, and I sold it for $10 plus shipping, right? So like $10 out of $0, love it. All right, here's another Don one. This one actually sold for $29. Originally, I thought it was going to be $30, so I was like right in line with what my estimate was. My mother-in-law is going to get $11.60 from me. Now I owe her probably $220. All right, getting close to the end here. I want to say this was probably in like September. I found a couple of these old vintage coloring books. There was a couple of vintage puzzles for like Battlestar Galactica, The Black Hole, and Indiana Jones. And I was like, they were pretty cool. I looked them up. I thought I could probably sell them. And I recently listed them. It's only been listed for about a week. And sure enough, I sold one right away, like for $10. And basically I bought some cardboard flat mailers where it's going to it's like an envelopes, just slide it right in there. Mail's first class. It's not going to mail media mail. I actually had to look that up. I thought maybe a coloring book would mail media mail. Does not. Now, according to the post office rules, does not mail media mail. Mail media mail. So it was only $1 more to mail it first class. Not a big deal. Uh, Easy, right? I think I paid $1.99 for 2 of these books, and I sold it for 10. So again, dollar into 10 is pretty good. All right, oh my gosh, this bag here, I had this for 2 years, I think. I was getting ready to donate it, right? I try and do a big donation run about once a year of just like stuff that's not selling. What I'll end up doing is probably just putting up a bunch of items at auction on eBay, start them at 99 cents. If it doesn't sell, it's just going to go to Goodwill, to Savers, probably to Savers since I need those 20%. Uh, but it sold. This lady who lives kind of locally reached out to me. She wanted to know if I could do a local pickup. I said, sure. And then like last minute, she's like, you know what? Just ship it to me, which honestly I prefer. I'm not a big fan of local pickup. This was one I had gotten for free. I don't even know where. I think it was a mother-in-law item that she was going to throw away. And I was like, I'll take it and see if I can sell it. And it sold it, but it took me 2 years to sell it. So what are you going to do? Happy to get it out of the house. All right, second to last item here. Found this at Savers. I guess it was about a week ago. It was sitting on the shelf. I use one of these in my personal life. Like I really like this keyboard. A lot of people hate them, but I personally really enjoy using them. And I was like, even if I keep this as a backup, or right, we're still doing the COVID thing where I'm not even going into the office for work. I'm working here, and I was like, well, at some point I'm gonna have to go back. Maybe I'll want one at home. So I was like, if I just keep it for myself, it was $4.99. I'm like, I'm just gonna buy it. And I got home and I thought, this may actually have value of like $20. And I was like, you know what? You guys can see I've got a ton of stuff on my shelves back here. I was just like, I don't need another thing cluttering up my shelves right now. I can just buy one for $20 when I end up going back into the office and I want one here. And I looked at the solds that day and I was like, you know what? I think maybe I can sell for 30. So I listed it for 30. I woke up the next morning and it was sold. It was actually a drop shipper. Of course, I get the nice message with it said, please don't include an invoice. Please ship it to the address that I put on eBay, which I'm happy to do. I know there's dropshippers get kind of a bad name, but I'm happy to sell to anybody who wants to buy from me, honestly. Usually it's a little more finicky when it's like, hey, can you change my address? It's like, oh, that's a little bit harder. But if they've done their diligence and made sure to update their address ahead of time, and it comes right from eBay, let's do it. Ship it. So I was into it for $5, sold it for 30. All right, last item, another Nordic Wear. This one I actually did get on video, I'm pretty sure, probably a week ago. It was one that I thought wasn't Nordic Wear at first. I think they had it priced at $4.99, so it was a little higher than I really like to be into it for. I figured it was going to be a $10 to $15 pan, and sure enough, it was. It was $13. Took about a week to sell, maybe a little bit less, something like that. Right? Not bad. $5 into $13, so not the best sale, but not too bad. All right, so that was it this week, you guys. I sold 16 items. I listed 25. At the end of the week, I had 215 items in my store. Total sales actually a little lower than I'd like. I'd like to be. My goal, honestly, is $100 a day. So 7 days, right? So $700 is what I want each week. It's harder during the winter. So I've been hitting about 500 the last few weeks, and I was hoping to continue that trend. This week, only $366. Cost of goods sold is a little bit higher because of those consignments from my mother-in-law. So we're at $88. Otherwise, it'd be probably down more like $70. And I spent about 8 hours working on eBay last week. So not bad, honestly. So, right, 366. I originally thought that everything was going to be worth 400. So, not bad. I think it's almost about 10% difference versus what I thought it was worth. So that's why I'm trying to, when I go over like what did I buy, I try to make sure like that I give myself a 10% wiggle room there. It's good to keep good records like that. And then let's see, if we take it's going to be about 15% of that is going to go to fees to eBay. So 366, that's going to be 36 plus another 18, 46. So $54 of that's going to go into fees. So we're going to be about $312, something like that. All profit. Oh no, got to take out the 88. So it's like going to be what, $225 profit? not bad. Not the best week ever, right? I'm not going to get rich off of $225 a week, but hey, I'm part time. Oh no. Oh wait, I'm part time, and pretty happy with that, right? Like, of course, I want to be more like $700. I mean, on a really good week, I'm $900 during the summer. February is tough, right? I'm not buying a ton of things. I'm not finding those really hot items. A lot of the things I'm listing are going to be the slower movers, right? The stuff that's going to sit on your shelves for sale for a while. But eBay does like new listings, so I just continuously try to list every single day. Right, I listed 25 items, so I try to do 5 items a day, Monday through Friday. I take pictures and do weight before I go to work in the morning, and then during lunch try to do my listings. And then lately I've been doing videos right after work between like 5 and 6 p.m. And then my wife helps me ship stuff out between 9 and 10 o'clock at night, which, some nights takes the full hour and sometimes takes 5 minutes, or on the bad day, 0 minutes. All right. So once again, thank you to all my new subscribers out there. Um, I'll be back on Thursday, probably with something that may or may not be interesting to you. I've been trying to publish like how-to videos, which are more geared towards like new resellers. But you might learn something. Who knows? Maybe there's going to be a tip that you wouldn't have thought of either. So check it out. And then I'll be back on Saturday with live thrifting from the previous weekend. And then Sunday will be what did I buy? So that is it. If you enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're watching but you haven't subscribed yet, please do hit that subscribe button. Once again, my name is Patrick, and thank you very much.